On our roads today, we see many social norms, and social norms are things that we see happening and so believe are correct and just the way things are, even though they're completely wrong. You will hear things like, yeah, but once you pass your test, you have to drive in the real world. As if driving lessons are just some kind of fantasy world, and real driving means ignoring everything you were taught. And tailgating is one of the worst of them. Zero advantages. None. There's no time saved, there's no benefit, it is just risk. Let's look at this clip sent in from Ray. He's driving along an A road and he's getting tailgated. Now, perspective matters here. If you don't see a problem, then maybe stick around. This video's for you. Pause it right here. The road markings, keep an eye on them. That gap, barely a second. That is extremely close. Even if the camera, wide view, makes it look less dramatic. Then they overtake. Now fine, I would always rather have someone like this in front of me than behind. But here's the question. What did they achieve? Because now Ray creates distance and just follows that car while it tailgates the next car for the next few miles. It's got nowhere. The overtake is completely pointless. And one of the most common places I get tailgated is rural roads. And that's no coincidence because disproportionately the casualties are higher on rural roads. Why is that? Because actually so many people don't understand a very basic rule in the highway code, which is rule 126. You should drive at a speed that you can stop safely well within the distance you can see to be clear. Not an emergency stop, a controlled stop. So like in this clip, when I can't see far ahead, I slow down. When I can see more, I speed up. I don't think it's that complicated, but judging how people drive, you'd think it was. And being tailgated on roads like this is not just annoying, it's distracting and it's very dangerous. We've got weather, rain, fog, spray, yet people drive like nothing's changed. Take this van driver, wet road, high speed, just sitting meters behind a heavy with no visibility. If something happens suddenly, they have no chance. It's not confidence, it's overconfidence. Complete lack of defensive driving. Honestly, I feel like my daughter's guinea pig could show better awareness than that. And it gets worse. Rural road, snow, and still tailgating. A professional driver. You can almost hear the thought process. Why are we going slow? Let me pause it here. See that? It's a deer risk area. If that situation plays out differently, I'm not just then avoiding a deer, I've got a bus driver joining me through the boot. Rule H1, not even considered. Probably doesn't even know it. The vehicle that's following me here, a bus, can do me serious damage. And they've left themselves no room to react. And that is what tailgating does. And I think it's something that people don't talk about enough in terms of the mistakes it can force out of other people. So watch this. I'm in a 30. And how many times have you seen this where the driver behind doesn't think speed limits apply to them and closes the gap right up and just sits there for miles? So now on the A road, I'm being tailgated all the way. Now ahead, when I exit this roundabout, the car in front doesn't speed up as much as I had anticipated. I'm in a national speed limit and I actually end up too close myself. I'm about a second behind this car. So I fix it, I slowly rebuild the gap. But why did that happen? Because someone behind me was applying pressure. I think this is the important part. I'm a driving instructor. I deal with this kind of thing daily, and even I was still affected. Now imagine someone with anxiety, a new learner, and it gets worse. Don't know the driver in front and you don't know their experiences. You don't know their history. You don't know if they've had people crash into them before. And you don't know if you're raising that person's stress levels, increasing distraction, and essentially making the road more dangerous for everyone. So what can you do about it? You can't control the tailgater. You can't control how close they sit to you, but you can control how you respond. So a couple of things I teach learners. If someone's bothering you from behind, stop using your center mirror as much. Sounds strange, right? But use your side mirrors instead. You still will see what matters, but you remove the intensity. Now you can't see that person's stupid little face getting annoyed that you're doing the speed limit. If it's safe, pull over or slow down and let them pass. And then watch them for the next 10 minutes while you just follow them on the same journey. If they stay behind you, I feel like a change of mindset is needed. You're now, as one of my subscribers put it beautifully, you're now in babysitting mode. Don't let them push you faster than the conditions allow. So when I had this tailgater on the rural road, the thing that is governing how fast I go is not this person tailgating behind me, but what's ahead of me. And that's the bit I can control. So that's the bit I'm focusing on. Start thinking further ahead, brake earlier, give them that opportunity to not smash into the back of your car because they are not planning properly and you've got to compensate. Summarize, tailgating is dangerous. It's probably one of the things I hate most about how people drive these days. It is pointless and it's far more common than it should be. In the next video, I'm going to show you something that I feel is just as important, and it's some checks that I feel a lot of drivers don't do effectively or properly, and I see the resulting problems on the roads every day. If you want to stay safe, you don't want to miss that one. I'll see you there.